It's your boy ConcertViz34. We're going to do a concert review. Dave Solo, October 2nd, 2020, which was yesterday, the SiriusXM Live from Home by Request show number 2, right? A couple months ago, he did show number 1 in his Seattle, Washington home. Now, Dave has been recently playing some music with Carter, as he mentioned on Farm Aid last weekend, in Charlottesville. So he's moved and transitioned in the last month or more from his Seattle home to his Charlottesville, Virginia home. So he did Farm Aid from a farm out there, and now he's doing his second Live from Home by Request show on Dave Matthews Band Channel 30, SiriusXM Radio, in Charlottesville, Virginia at Haunted Hollow Recording Studio. And this was a great show. This was a great sequel to the original Live from Home show. And I was thoroughly impressed. As always, as I've said throughout this summer, the Rock Bridge guitar was made for Dave Solo and Dave and Tim playing. The full band, I don't think it cuts through as much as the Taylors. But when it comes to Dave Solo, these guitars are amazingly crafted for Dave Solo and Dave and Tim recordings. And you hear it. And also, it doesn't hurt that the SiriusXM, their highest quality setting on the application, or the best connection you can get through your car, this thing sounded amazing. Just having Dave's guitar there and his mic, it allows for a good, high-quality recording by the homies at SiriusXM Radio. And shout out to Ari Flink, who also said, hey, you guys are not going to be disappointed. No lies detected, right? And I was wondering, okay, we're not going to be disappointed. What are we going to get, right? And we got a great show. We got our first You Might Die Trying, which was was after Do You Remember that started off the show. Do You Remember, just a great sounding song. Not my favorite Dave Matthews Band song, but it sounds great from, again, the Rock Bridge guitars. And then we get into the meat of this, the Stone. I was pumped. That was when I was like, all right, the show, it's on right now, right? After the first ever You Might Die Trying Dave Solo recording that we've accessed, we get the Stone, boom, C-Cup, boom, Granny, boom, Lion Our Graves, boom, Say Goodbye, One Sweet World with the intro, 2-step, Steady As We Go, and then we get an Every Day to End. And let's talk about the One Sweet World with the instrumental intro, which you don't hear nowadays. Dave mentions this song in the intro reminds him of Leroy, because Leroy used to have the smoothest playing over Dave's chords during the intro. And he said it just reminds him of Leroy, and we do miss Leroy more and what he did on that intro. But it was awesome to get the intro. This was one of the promotional videos. One of those was One Sweet World, and you get to see what Dave is doing. I've tried to attack this intro. I still don't have it down. I'm an acoustic guitar player. Been playing guitar for about 11, 12 years now. I can't get there yet, and I haven't put a lot of time into it. But long story short, that intro is mad hard to play, and I've learned a lot of difficult things. That intro is very hard to play. And you get to see it visually with the promotional videos on YouTube. But that was a special moment to have that instrumental intro. And then, to me, one of the highlights and one of the big surprises when you're watching WWE or WWF wrestling, as we had back in the day, and you hear the theme music and someone busts through the tunnel and comes down the stairs, Buddy Strong pops out. And Dave said, we're going to have Buddy play piano on Steady As We Go because his piano playing is better than mine. And this was just, to me, this was the biggest surprise that we got. Buddy Strong playing on Steady As We Go. We think it's a Dave Solo only. There was some speculation. Carter's been playing with him. Maybe Carter will do Halloween with Dave. But no one was expecting Buddy Strong to pull up and play Steady As We Go as great as he did. And I always have said there's some detractors of Buddy because they don't like he plays the organ live, and they don't like some of the other stuff he plays. And what I say to those fans is, people compare Buddy to Butch. When Butch was a part of this band was an acoustic band. They didn't have Tim playing as loud. Where Sean, in the early years of being part of the band when Roy was alive, was not blasting and blaring like a big band trumpet player. He was a little more quieter. So this current band, it's hard to play keys in this band because you have to deal with a lot higher volume levels and an electric, hard, like a rock type of mindset with the mix. So when you have this special moment where Buddy Strong shows you, hey, this is me on the keys, this is Dave singing, you get Steady As We Go, and you got to put some respect on Buddy Strong's name. You have to. Even the detractors, you have to respect what he did for this song. And I've been a Buddy Strong fan since day one. But I'm glad that he got to show, look, this is what I do. I do the darn thing. You want a piano quietly? Well, look, take away all the instruments, put Dave on vocals, and boom, this is what you get. And Dave vocally was amazing. I think a lot of this has to do with the coaching that he gets from Robert Stevenson, and also the fact that he's not touring this year. Even on his years off that Dave's had, dude still puts in a lot of work with a lot of touring. And a lot of shows that he does with Dave and Friends or Dave and Tim, he's always performing on his off years or the years the band has taken a break or hiatus. And now he's had some time to just relax, chill with the family, not sing as much. Even though he's recording, he's not playing live shows in heat and humidity and then, different conditions weather-wise. Getting cold, things like that. He's social distancing and singing, and the vocals were amazing throughout this entire show. And to me, the Stone all the way through Steady As We Go is that is perfection. Not to say every day wasn't great. Not to say You Might Die Trying and Do You Remember they sounded great. But once the Stone hit and once the last note of Steady As We Go ended, from that stretch of the show, which is most of the show, it was just nothing missed. And we had the people from New Jersey. There was 3 Jerseyites, I believe, that requested songs. They all picked great songs. They can't miss from the Stone, and I think was it Granny? And there was another Jerseyite, I believe, that picked Lie in Our Graves. I could be wrong, but whatever they picked, the Jersey folks did not miss with their pick. Shout out to New Jersey. All right. But this was a great show. The rock bridge is highlighted. Dave's vocals are highlighted. Buddy Strong is given a moment in this show, which that was to me the biggest pleasant surprise was Buddy Strong coming out. And we get a first ever You Might Die Trying Dave solo released to the masses in a recording form. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I hope that they do another one of these. I like that it's an hour long. You don't get just a straight 2-hour show or an hour and a half show. It leaves time for Dave to always come back and perform another hour at any given time. This is a great stride for the channel to have this live from home by request show. Shout out to Ari Flink and the folks at SiriusXM, who every time I've left public comments, Ari's responded and tried to bring that feedback, and I've seen changes. So I love how this channel is growing, right? They're not going to give away the house of all these unreleased stuff every week, but they're doing a good job of having these special shows. So even if and you have the whole catalog in your computer or in your phone or in your CD collection, right? You can still come for something like this, and then you can replay it on the SiriusXM app. So I think they've done a great job of really building this channel up. And having this live from home by request series is another great step in the right direction on this permanent Dave Matthews Band radio channel, channel 30, SiriusXM. Great channel. It's your boy ConcertViz34. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.